God be the glory, all blessings, you heard?
How are you? Everything's good, man. What are you doing? What you got there? I got these sneakers. I had a game later. Oh, you got a game later?
One of the most misunderstood things is when you start this game, you never know where it'll bring you. Who would have known that when I woke up in the morning, I would have known I would have been featured in a museum. Not any museum. Not any place, but the museum of the city. From the city I'm from. The game that I've played all my life means that I've affected lives. Means that I've impacted places that I never knew I would. Now, one thing it is, working hard in the darkness to show your light, working hard so people can see who you are, not missing out on the opportunities of making that jump shot, not missing out on the opportunities of pushing harder, hitting those suicides, hitting those sprints, those blood, sweat, and tears, those times when you failed, those times when you got over the hump, those scholarships, those missed opportunities. It all boils down to now. Now you're being celebrated. Who would have known that I would have got to this point? That people would look at me as somebody, as a figure, as a stamp on New York City's basketball. I've touched so many states, but to be from home, to have this in my city, to have this where I'm from, is just different.
What's up, this is Bobby DeLush, aka Blue Bob Love, founder director of FC21. Yo, this is the three-time champ right here, Matt Thomas, my man. I'm proud of him. He keeps on rocking. Peace. What up? Let my son see this. You know, he's like dinosaurs anymore. He ate his brain to death, man.
Most start this journey not knowing where it's going to end, not knowing where it's going to bring them. But coming to this venue, coming to this event, looking around, seeing all the places and seeing all the faces, seeing the people that have been impacted, the people that want to interact with the camera, the guys with the purple jackets, rucker-bound, all types of calibers, all types of people, all gathered in one place, all by one thing, one circle, orange, with lines. You have the Brooklyn Bridge Park, one of the most iconic places you could go. St. Mary's Recreation, a place where I trained, where I grew up. To see the transition, to see the wall, when they're talking to you, all the things that's said, the trash wall, where you talk your ish, where you never forget. City game. If you had my game, you would still have a girl. Imagine someone saying that to you on the court. It's unbelievable just looking around, just knowing that when you look here, when you know of New York City basketball, most people will get lost in the memories of how they used to play. But I'm in the museum. My stamp is here. Not just anywhere. I'm featured with Knicks, with Brooklyn Nets, with Hall of Fame players. People are coming up to me, congratulating me, showing me love. Things that I always fathomed for. Things I never thought could happen for me. It's just beauty. It's unbelievable. It'd be even crazier if my name was on an NBA jersey. But what I can say is that people respect my game. They respect where I came from. The thing about it is I didn't always play on the court. I wasn't always inside. I started outside, on the concrete. I started on the hardwood. But to stand there, listen to the visions of NBA legends like Kenny Smith, hear them talk about the same place that they're from, I'm from, knowing that they represented in one way and I represented in another. To keep pushing, to keep going further, I had to keep going. Brooklyn. That's what they talk about basketball a lot. But Harlem left his imprint. I've traveled all over the world. I've traveled over so many different states. I've left my mark. I left my stamp. Now when you look at me, you see it all over me. My aura, my energy. That is what it is. This is what they don't see when it comes to me. In the game featuring the impossible, Lance Stevenson standing right next to me. Not just anywhere, but literally right next to me. Talking about his game. Talking about how the same game that he plays impacted him. Knowing that I played, and I play in the same place that he plays. But to look over and walk into a room and see my face plastered on the wall, where hundreds and thousands of people are gathered to hear me speak, to see me play, to see me work. Scars, bruises, falling on the floor, you name it, I'm there. I'm your man. Now what stands out normally is my hard work. What stands out is my truth. But as soon as I walked into a room, what stood out was my smile. Normally it's my hair. Normally it's amongst so many other things. But to see myself working, to see me go through so much, back and forth. How could I quit? How could I not keep going? But it wasn't just my story. It was the story of so many. So many people fought to get to this point. So many people had so many different struggles. I could think my hardship was the worst. I could think the things that I went through was the worst. But it's not just me. It's everybody. This is my story. So when you watch my videos, and you see the things that's said, and you see what I go through, and you ask yourself, why is Matt still playing? Why does he go so hard? Why doesn't anyone understand his hard work? It's moments like this, the moments that you can't see, the faith that you have to believe in. I know it might be hard, but I gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep pushing too. But to be in the museum, where it's high class, high end, city game, me, myself, I got me to this point. And I'm gonna keep pushing further. There's so much that the stars have aligned for me. And I can't quit. But neither can you. Then I look up, and who would have known that I inspired people, inspired the younger generation. This kid came up to me and told me, I've seen you play. His pops was like, you're pretty good. You know, you work pretty hard. Keep it up. Keep pushing. So many people want to see it. So many people want to believe it. But when they see the craft, when they see it going, you got to keep it pushing. Believe in you. Don't ever doubt yourself. Because the moment you doubt yourself, before the game even starts, you lost. The world already counted you out. The world already thought that you wasn't going to make it. You don't have no room for that in your mind. Now you look at yourself. So many eyes staring at you. When they look at that wall, they look at you like, is that Matt Thomas? Is that him? You look through the eyes of other people, trying to see what they see, trying to understand what they envision. And maybe even then, you can get a little glimpse of their life. But your life is your life. And you fought so hard for these moments. Don't you ever forget what got you here. Don't you ever forget these faces that you've seen. It takes a lot. And it's understanding. But these jerseys in these cases, these jerseys on the wall, everything that you see, you're worth just the same. Proving grounds. The maps of the city. You know it. You be proud of yourself. Never doubt that. To some, this might be a game. To some, they might not understand why you go so hard for this. Basketball in New York. City game. And now you're here. You're stamped. You're here for good. But don't get caught up in the moment. Because you're only as good as your last game. And we all know. We both know. That times pass. And people may too. But one thing is, no matter if you change up, never change you. You know the motto. This is what they don't see.